Okay, looks like I got another person to refute. Here we go.
The view of Imama, which is what? Ali bin Abi Talib and other Imams are better than Anbiya, other than Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Ali bin Abi Talib, Hassan, Hussein, Muhammad al-Baqir, Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, Musa Kazim, Ali Naki, Ali Rida.
Okay, Mr. Hello, they've damaged my umbrella. Police, can you please come and help me? You're trying to flex, yeah, and show off that you know the names of the Imams of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. At least get the order right. I mean, you claim to be a historian. This is literally your field.
He doesn't need to get anything in order, and knowing the names of the family of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam isn't a plan. But for us, Ahlus Sunnati wal Jama'ah, this is something normal and expected. So
yes, mixing up names and not knowing the order is something normal and expected within Ahl Sunnah. I agree with you, right? Because if it doesn't matter, as in the order doesn't matter, and that statement that you're saying is correct, then is this what I'm about to say correct? The first four Khulafa of Islam were Ali, then Umar, then Uthman, then Abu Bakr. Is that a correct statement? No, it's not. Why? Because it is important, you jahil.
In chapter 3 verse 61 calls Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salam anfusana, meaning what? The nafs of the Prophet. All Sunni tafasir say the same thing.
this is what happens when you are ignorant about the Arabic language. This is the verse he quoted. Then whoever argues with you about it, after this knowledge has come to you, say, come let us call our sons and your sons, our women and your women.
Wait, you just said knowing the language is important, yeah? And then you just misread the Quran and you changed the meaning of the Quran. Can you not read English? Because if you can't, then just don't do it. Let me hear that again.
Our woman and your woman.
Okay, so the verse says nisa'ana wa nisa'akum, which means our women, plural, and your women, not woman. You just read the verse and said our woman and your woman. It says nisa'ana wa nisa'akum. So not only do you not know English, but you've just demonstrated that you don't even know Arabic. Well done. So, again, nisa'ana is not the same as nisa, so you've just proven that you're a jahil who does not know English, who doesn't know Arabic. Let's keep going.
The filthy shubha that this guy is trying to promote is this. The Prophet ﷺ is both an Imam and a Prophet, and he's better than all human beings. And because in the verse Ali radiallahu anhu is referred to as Nafs of the Prophet, which means he's the same as the Prophet, so Ali radiallahu anhu is also better than all the human beings, including the prophets of God. But because Ali radiallahu anhu is only an Imam, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is both an Imam and a Prophet, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is better than Ali radiallahu anhu.
No, that's not the reason again. So now you just displayed your ignorance of our theology. We do not believe that the Prophet ﷺ is greater than Ali only because he's a Prophet and an Imam, and that Imam Ali is not a Prophet and just an Imam. We believe the Prophet's the greatest because he is the greatest. He's the greatest of creation. But second to the Prophet is Amirul Mu'mineen alayhi salam. And just to prove you wrong, right? Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam in the Quran in chapter 2 verse 124 is an Imam. But also he's a Prophet. But Imam Ali alayhi salam, we believe, is better than Ibrahim alayhi salam. So that reasoning that you just used, that qiyas that you just did, false. So well done for exposing that.
According to this Shia, Ali radiallahu anhu is better than both. Jesus alayhi salam.
Jeez. Bro, who's Jeez? Let me hear that again.
Jesus alayhi salam.
Yo, who's Jeez? Bro, learn to enunciate. So you can't read English, you can't read Arabic, you don't know our theology, and you can't even enunciate or pronounce words properly. Yet you want to make videos.
Firstly, it stems from an ignorance of the Arabic language. Being nafs of another human being doesn't mean being equal or similar.
Okay, so you just said when someone is referred to as the nafs of someone, then it doesn't mean they are similar, right? Let me hear that again.
Being nafs of another human being doesn't mean being equal or similar.
Okay, that's another display that shows that not only can you not read English properly and you can't enunciate, but you've also just made a big Arabic grammatical error. Lisan al-Arab, Ibn Munzir, under the word nafs, here as you can see, it says nafs can be referred to a person's equal or counterpart. So you're a liar. Al-Mufradat, here as you can see, nafs can be used by way of resemblance and similarity. So you just lied. You just said nafs doesn't mean that someone's similar, yet they are. The Quran, the tafasir, let's have a look. Sunni commentaries of chapter 3 verse 61 state that Ali alayhi salam is referred to as the nafs of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi in this verse, and it says that Ali alayhi salam is his his closest self, sharing his essence. So your own Sunni Mufassirin are contradicting you.
There has certainly come to you a messenger from among yourselves. لَقَدْ جَاءَكُمْ رَسُولٌ مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ. So the Prophet ﷺ came from Anfusina, the same word used for Ali radiallahu anhu.
More proof that you don't know Arabic. The Quran in chapter 9 verse 128 says min anfusikum, which means from among yourselves, not ourselves. Learn to read. The Quran in chapter 3 verse 61 says anfusana, which means ourselves, not the same thing. Chapter 9 verse 128 means coming from your community, your tribe, meaning the Prophet is a human being like you, he's not an angel. Lexicons and tafasir say that min anfusikum means from your species and your kind. Human similarity, tribal affiliation, not equal like Ali alayhi salam is to the Prophet. And then if any of these big words don't make sense to you, just go look them up in a dictionary.
Ali radiallahu anhu isn't better than Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu and Umar radiallahu anhu, let alone the prophets of God.
Wait, what? You're definitely delusional. So you just said, okay, so you just said that I committed kufr by believing this, and you've just committed kufr yourself. By saying that, you've committed kufr. Why? Because Shawaid al-Tanzil, page 240, Abdullah, son of Ahmad ibn Hanbal, quotes, he says, I asked my father, when we count the companions, we say Abu Bakr, Umar, and then Uthman. Well, what about Imam Ali alayhi salam? He replied, shame on you. Ali alayhi salam is Ahlul Bayt. He can't be compared to Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman. Ali is at the same level as the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi. The Arabic says, Ali ma'a RasoolAllah fi darajat. So there you go. Kanzul Umal, volume 11, page 625 states that Aisha, your mother Aisha, said, Ali alayhi salam is the best of humans and no one doubts it other than a kafir. So you saying that 1, 2, 3 are better than Ali makes you a kafir. This is also in Tarikh Madinat Damishq, volume 42, page 173 by Ibn Asakir. And this is also in Tarikh Baghdad, volume 3, page 193. So your belief system that Ali alayhi salam is not better than Abu Bakr and Uthman makes you a kafir. Narrated from Ibn Abbas, it says if you want to see Adam alayhi salam in his knowledge, Nuh in his determination, Musa alayhi salam in his intelligence, Ibrahim in his clemency, and Jesus in his devotion, look at the face of Ali ibn Abi Talib. You're here trying to compare Imam Ali to Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman. The Prophet's here saying that if you want to see all the qualities of the Prophets, look at Ali alayhi salam. So my brother, learn English first, okay? Learn Arabic, learn how to enunciate, and then learn how to understand history, then learn what theology is, and then stop lying.